Because we basically view it as it's in your community, and basically you're in your community or you're close by general area. It basically is your backyard.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. I think that's awesome way to look at it, that your community is like your own backyard, and it has activities and games and places to see that you probably didn't even know about or never looked into it. But I think Jolie's has a great idea about Backyard Adventure. She's going to be airing her channel pretty soon on YouTube. Definitely subscribe to her channel when she starts out. It's going to be action-packed with a lot of different events that she actually took footage of when she was out in Arizona of a couple of places. And speaking of that, we are also working on a web series called Nightfall, and it talks about sex trafficking and immigration and pretty much all the political bullshit that's going on in our world today. It's going to be in that web series, and it's going to be showing this U.S. retired soldier coming back from home after 5 years, and he discovered that his life is to shit, and he needs to rebuild his life again, and his wife and his kid left him, and he takes a contract job for $500,000, but is the job really what he think it is? And that's the secret to the show. So definitely check it out, definitely be a part of it. I mean, Indy Filmaker Jolie will be helping me alongside with Kay Stevens and Saudia. Those are the team that we have on board, and possibly BK, who is interested in the project. So
speaking about Nightfall and sex trafficking, well, I was out in Arizona and we were out there horseback riding. One of the ranchers had told us that the area out in Ohio is a big area for sex trafficking. Did you really know about that?
No, I didn't know about that. I don't know if you guys knew about that. Again, comment below and let me know if there's any places you've been that you felt like there was sex trafficking going on, or if you have any information or any insights on this topic. It will be very helpful. We can actually add some feedback for the show or add it to the show and give you credits for it. Alright, go back, Joe.
Well, we're also coming out with a web series called The Student. It is about a woman who is more like upscale type of woman, that she believes that she's better than everybody else, and she has some maid and stuff, and she thinks she's better, and she finds out later on that she doesn't have a high school diploma, and lo and behold, she ends up at the night school with her maid and her gardener.
Oh, nice! Check that out. A new topic, a new twist. Definitely check it out and look forward to seeing The Student, Jolie. I had a question for you, and for all you guys out there, please, when I ask her these questions, if there's questions you want to give, I can always forward to her and we can do another video based on those questions. One of my questions was, do you think that Hollywood is changing and that they're losing a lot of their creativity and luster to the industry?
I believe that Hollywood has changed due to the fact of the internet, due to the fact of social media. The old, I should say, way of doing things, even as an actor, like myself as an actor, or even you as an actor, we now could submit videos over to the internet and auditions, and my views in Hollywood is just that they're rehashing,
doing a lot of remakes.
Yeah, like I hear a lot of audience members and people that I know, they don't want to see another action-packed superhero, or everything is basically redone from back from. I mean, don't get me wrong, these films are really good, and what was it? Top Gun was really good and everything. And
well, it's funny, not to interrupt in what you're saying. It's funny that she was talking about Top Gun. I know Tom Cruise is coming out with Top Gun Part 2. And my only question is, don't get me wrong, I love Tom Cruise, always been a fan of Tom Cruise, loved his work, awesome professional actor, and always, give his 110% in his movies. But my question is like, why after so long and so many years, you want to do Top Gun Part 2? I mean, the Maverick Return, or whatever they call the title. To me, I think it takes I mean, 30 years or 10 years, or how long it's been since the first Top Gun, to release a sequel to the movie. I mean, now at you know, Tom Cruise is 50 years old and he's doing Top Gun. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, they did the same thing with Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, and Rambo and all this. I mean, I understand it's about the money, but at the end of the day, we as fans, we love the originals. And yeah, you could make sequels, but after a while, too many sequels kind of ruin the franchise, I believe.
Well, I believe, not to interrupt, but I do believe that all these movies that I've seen, I'm a lot of a fan of Sylvester Stallone. I'm a big fan of his.
Rocky.
You know, and just a lot of these different films. I really, don't get me wrong, I really love all these films and all these actors and everything. But I think that remaking and rehashing, it doesn't give more imagination to the audience, to new audiences. And I understand that the younger generations, they want to see those things and everything. But at the same time, redoing it and everything, I just hear the older generations, or depending on who you're targeting. It's all about who you're targeting your audience.
Right.
You know, but I hear so many people saying they're rehashing things.
You know what it is? I think it's a lot of times, a lot of these millennials, unless they're, you know, parents that grew up in the time of the Rockies and the Rambos, you know, introduce their kids to the old movies and really educate them on what was remade, how many times throughout the years. You know, I think if they were exposed to the old movies, they would understand and kind of see that, for my generation, being born in the 80s and lived through the Rockies, lived through the Rambos, lived through the Ghostbusters, I think remaking or doing a spin-off from those, I don't know, I just think it takes away from its authenticity. How you say it?
Authenticity. But you know, not just to say,
tongue-tied. You know?
Just to say that even my son, you know, I was a big Star Wars fans, and having Star Wars fans, and remember growing up seeing Star Wars and everything. And my son saw the original Star Wars. We're a big fan of, you know, of Star Wars, and now, not knocking Disney or anybody, you know, it's just that he doesn't, like, he's not so much, he's into it, but he's not so much into it. He has to be like, it's okay.
Well, that's why I think, you know, YouTube, when it was created, and the internet itself when it was created, and us independent filmmakers had the opportunity to release our creative ideas and stories to the world, I think the internet has changed the game and the industry on how cinema and films are viewed today. And I think it gives you, as the amateur or the pro, another outlet to express yourself and express your ideas. You know?
Exactly. Even now, as we speak, my youngest child, she's in high school. She is nothing but all on YouTube. All up on YouTube.
There you go.
And she's all about YouTube this and YouTube that, and she wants to see your videos. You know, I even go through your videos, and you know, and just to see that. And I'm sure enough you'll see our videos as well. And by the way, I just want to thank you for seeing our videos as well, because without the audience, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we love the most. So I thank you, you know, ahead of time for seeing each one of us on videos. But you know,
absolutely, I totally agree, Jolie. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys out there subscribing, making comments, you know, giving ideas, motivating each and every one of us in the community of YouTube, I think we wouldn't be here today. And I think thanks to you guys, you know, it motivates us as the creator to keep pumping out, and also to research and to discover what stories work better for you guys, what stories we suck at, you know, what stories. I mean, that's the beauty of YouTube, is that we get to make the mistakes, and who cares about the criticism? Who cares about what some people may say? Oh, you suck, and you this. Oh, so what? I suck. But you know what? I learned from that, and we grow as filmmakers. So thank you, and thank you for subscribing and, you know, being a part of this. And before I forget, I do want to say this in the video, and I don't want to reiterate it. You know, you hear a lot of YouTubers, they always say do this, you know, do that, and they repeat themselves. I just want to say it once or twice. Don't forget to subscribe to Make That Bloody Movie with Coffee. You know, the notification down there, smack the bell so you get all my updated videos, and hit that button please. And I will tell you the coffee of the day. Actually, dude, should we get into the web series Nightfall and tell the audience, tell the fans a little bit of what to expect with this web series when you first saw it?
I'm really excited for the web series, and I'm really excited to be part of the web series and the creativity that I've seen that's going to come out. I'm so excited to share it with everybody. The cast and the crew, it's just, we all gel together, you know. It's
we do.
Awesome, you know.
Team, remember that.
Exactly.
There's always team, there's no I in team. You know, making films, you gotta have a team. You gotta have motivated, positive people that come together and believe in your vision and your story. And that's how things start to happen and magic starts to happen. So always remember that it's team effort, it's not an individual effort.
I mean, just the elements of what Jake goes through and the drama that he goes through and the heart-wrenching that he goes through and what he believes, and then he ends up finding this and that. I mean, I don't want to give any parts away,
you
know, because I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but the only thing I can
If you want the best of my heart, you just